In 3, 2, 1.
And we're back with the Completely Inappropriate Podcast, everybody. I'm Tony, and this is...
Frank.
Mr. Frank to you, ladies and gentlemen. The beast with the meatiest meat.
The meatiest 2 inches you'll ever see.
Woo! It's all about girth. All about girth. Gotta stretch it out.
Yep.
So disgusting. So disgusting. But it's these disgusting things that make us happy.
Yep.
What makes you happy, Frank? Are you happy today? Did you wake up happy?
I woke up...
To my text message?
No.
When are you getting here?
No.
Be here already!
I woke up to my alarm.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You still use an alarm on your phone, or do you have like an old
My
school
phone.
digital? You remember those old digital ones with the red numbers on them? You click over, tink.
Yeah, I used to have a really old school one, you know, with the fucking hammer and the bells.
What?
Yeah.
You can still pick those up.
I think I still
You're so
have
hipster.
it.
You're so hipster.
Yeah.
Gangster.
Oh well.
Anyway, so yeah, I used to have an alarm, and I rigged up a string with a parachute man from my door down to the alarm. So when my mom opened the door in the morning, the parachute man would slide down the string and hit the top of my radio and turn it on full blast and scare the shit out of my mom at 6:30 in the morning and just fucking, "This is Q94.5, you're about to talk for rock and roll," like a full blast at 6:30 in the morning as she opens the door, and that goes off before she even sees me move. Of course, it scared the shit out of me too, woke my ass up, but of course that was its job.
You know those
I was an
fucking
engineer.
Mexican wrestler fucking action figure things, the fucking plastic
Yeah,
type of things.
yeah.
So I would tie a shoestring to the end of one's hand, and that would be my fucking Spider-Man toy. Like Spider-Man, and just
Gangster.
fucking swing it around.
That's hilarious. I can never get into playing with the toys like that. Like any point of me having toys was to destroy them. Like figure out ways to launch them, blow them up, flip them around. I always wanted them to because I didn't really want to break them, right? I just wanted them to do something remarkable. You know, I needed to do something with it. Yeah, I didn't understand the point of action figures.
If they don't do any action.
Yeah, no, because I would rather, instead of playing with the little toy ninja and being like, "I'm a little toy ninja, karate chop," I'd be like, "No, fuck that, man." I'd dress up and put a sock on my head and call myself a ninja and go outside and do flips right around. I was a physical kid. I wasn't very imaginative with tangible objects. I needed to make up everything I saw in my head, I think. How about you?
I could never fit a sock onto my head.
Well, I meant I tied it around my head.
Oh,
Remember,
okay.
I'm a child, so my head's
Okay.
like half the circumference.
Yeah.
Well, I had a fat head as a kid, though, just like my son.
Yeah. But, I haven't... No, yeah.
What made you happy as a kid? What did you play with?
As a kid, a lot of things made me happy.
Did you imagine, but were you an imaginative kid, or did you play with toys more than
Both.
your imagination?
Both.
Explain, fucker! Don't just say both, where it's a podcast. You have to kind of bring it out a little bit more.
Well, there were these trees, and then fucking a few years back I found out that my fucking neighbor fucking took them all down. But, yeah, there was a tree in the front yard and a tree in the backyard, and I used to always, 2 trees in the backyard, and I would always fucking climb them. Like, I loved fucking being high. I climbed them, not being high, like fucking toked up, no,
Yeah, no
but
shit.
like being fucking...
Get over yourself.
Yeah.
Come on.
And, yeah, I'd climb that tree, get on the roof, and I'd be like, "See, I'm fucking Spider-Man."
Yeah.
And my mother would show up with a fucking broom. Like, get the fuck down.
For me, it was always about being a monkey. I think because I used to always eat my grandma. That's actually why I have this pirate monkey tattoo on my stomach.
I'm gonna say something else.
No, what do you mean?
Like, porch monkey.
This is why I have the porch monkey on my... No, it's a pirate monkey.
Pirate monkey.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Pirate monkey on the porch monkey. And I've got it there because I would eat my grandma's bananas. Every time she bought bananas, I'd go through like 3 of them at the end of because I'd go with her at the end of my school day. My grandma would watch me. So she would always call me her little chango. And I guess I always kind of took it to heart. Like all my activities, it was about me acting silly and like a monkey. You know, like I took pride in being a little chango.
You would hang out on the porch.
Yeah, dude, I would hang out on the porch. Yes, I was a porch monkey. You're so obsessed. Yes, we're porch monkeys, sir. You racist. You're racist. This is bringing you so much joy. I don't understand it.
No, because fucking Clerks 2. You know the
yes, I
meme
know
they put up?
I know the bit.
Yeah,
I know the bit.
Porch monkey. You can't say porch monkey. Since when?
Look at you telling me I can't say something because of the color of my skin. You're the racist, sir. I understand the sentiment, and I agree. We should be able to say what we want as long as it's not malice towards another individual. But you still shouldn't say it. Just don't say it. So yeah, so what was the point here? So yeah, I love to climb trees and stuff too. So that's one thing you did. You climbed trees. Were you by yourself? Were you? You said
Most of the time.
You had a brother, didn't you?
Yeah, but not until I was 7 years old.
Oh, so he was much younger than you. That's a big,
Yeah.
big span of time difference. How about your sister? What's the age difference there?
17.
Oh, yeah, so there's no relation there at all.
Yeah. I spoiled my fucking neighbors back fucking when I used to live on, well, I'm not going to say where, but they know who they are.
You know who you are. You know what you did.
Oh no, I had 2 trees in the front yard. One in front of the house and one like all the way in the fucking, where the fence is.
Trees?
Yeah, trees. 2 in the front, 2 in the back.
Hey, there you go. The Star Trek.
Yeah, let's go with Star Trek.
Nanu? No, Nanu.
From, what was it, Happy Days?
No, Mork and Mindy.
Oh.
Robin Williams, 99.
Yeah, Robin Williams.
Yeah.
What? He was in that?
He was Mork.
Oh, well, fuck ever.
The alien.
I'm not that
Crash
old.
landed.
Yeah,
Stayed
which
with
was
Mindy.
in Happy Days, right?
You know what? I think Mork and Mindy was came out of that maybe, or one of the other. Yeah, it's
Something
like
like
a crossover thing. Anyway, it's like that show Joey after Friends. Like, does it really matter? It's still the same character. Just shut up and watch it if you're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I didn't. So
Many people did.
what about with your family? Did y'all do anything together as a family that brings back some happiness?
Well...
No. Long and short of it. No.
Initially,
I got plenty of family, so.
Yes. God, I don't know. What the
Younger
hell
days?
will we do? No, because I never liked parks as a
You
kid.
ever do pools? Y'all ever, just play board games at home?
I'm trying to remember, but I was so young. Because again, I didn't have my brother till I was 7 years old, so there's not much.
Right, but you
Not
didn't spend
many
any time with your
memories.
parents?
I'm sure I
Before that?
did. Oh, you know what? No, that's what happened.
I thought I was the
That
ex-druggie here. How do I have more memories than you? Like,
I don't
my
know.
brain should be more scrambled
I
than this.
remember trivial shit, maybe.
Well, tell
I don't
us
know.
some trivial shit, man.
No, like, what happened? The reason why I can't remember fucking doing anything with my parents is because I would spend most of my childhood
Locked in a
fucking,
box.
kinda, playing with my fucking cousins across the border.
Well, there you go, dude. That's family. This is shit you could talk
Yeah,
about.
man,
What did
it's
you do
about
across the
building-
border with your cousins?
We would play baseball using a fucking 2x4 and a rock.
Yeah, old school stickball, homie. Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
That's the way to do it.
we'd play fucking soccer in the street, so we'd always fucking, someone would ride the
Was
ball
it an
in a
actual street
car
or just dirt?
Yeah, it was dirt, and then they got gravel in the neighborhood, and
Yeah.
fucking we were like, hey, we're moving up in the world.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Little Mexico Mexico and this place, Little Mexico that we live in, is basically the same shit. Growing up, it was like half dirt roads, and then every 5 years or so, it was like a new generation of construction going on, and
Well,
now all of a
apparently,
sudden we're gangbusters over here.
yeah, apparently, fucking, it's pretty
Gangbusters,
fucking modern.
gangbusters. I guess Bangbusters might be a different type of website that
I guess.
you
Bang
should
Bros?
we should have talked about in the last episode or something.
Last episode.
Not going back there. That's a dark place.
It is.
That's where we're all about the happiness now. We just
Mhm.
want to bring you joy like the Beatles. I don't know, man. I just haven't done any silly voices lately. I missed it.
No. Okay. Wow.
Tell
What
me a
else?
story.
Happy. I would
Stickball, soccer in the streets.
Soccer in the streets. We play in the fucking rain. We play with the mud.
Oh,
and shit.
dude.
Yeah.
I miss doing, like, every once in a while I'm real jealous when it's raining and I'm at work, because all I want to do is go running in the rain again. And I never make it home on time to run safely in the rain, because you can't go running at night and the rain. So it should be during the day, and it just doesn't rain at the right times for me to enjoy it.
Yeah. And fucking rain down here, it gets fucking hotter. after it
so
rains.
hot, dude. You have to run like during the rain because
Yeah.
right before or right after that humidity will just bring it up to like 10 degrees hotter than it actually is.
Yeah, fuck the heat.
Rough, man.
God damn.
Like today, we're supposed to go out there to the street festival and check
Yeah.
that out. That we're either gonna post that up as one of these next episodes coming up, or we'll save it for a banked episode. We'll figure that out later. But it's supposed to be like 92, 93 degrees right now.
Oh, so it's gonna get,
you know,
it's
it
gonna
starts
be
at
like 100
12
at
here.
noon.
Yeah, so, well, it's gonna be just under 100, I think, all day, but that's without the humidity. So we'll
Yeah.
see, and then all the bodies on the street in that one area, it's gonna be just naturally hotter.
And then people fucking sweating. And
Now it's cool though. They do
perspiring.
set up misters every few meters or whatever.
Oh, okay. I
The
guess
mister
that
stations.
they fucking missed. Okay, I thought misters like I'm like.
Not
what the fuck
dudes.
you mean
Not
misters?
guys. Mister, could you help me over here, please? Could you let me know where the water bottles is? Water bottles. Bottles. I can get
Bottles.
Where's your butthole, sir? Mister? Mister, I'm having trouble finding your butthole. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What the fuck was I gonna tell you? I don't know. I forgot.
I don't know, we're
Something
just
about
trying to
fucking
keep in a joyous, happy mood here.
the rain and shit. I don't know.
You
I'm
should.
having a fucking brain fart.
Well, don't worry about it. Well, let's see. I got some notes here. Let's see.
Ah.
Oh, we're losing our Instagram live. Who there? Who that? Hello, pretty. I can't read that because I'm still blind. Hi, pretty one. We're here.
Hi.
So, let's see. What keeps us from being happy? That's not good. Nah, we didn't.
Oh, that's what I was gonna fucking tell you. The
Oh,
fucking cold.
oh.
The cold used to fucking bring me fucking joy, cause you know Christmas.
Got the joy
Yeah,
down
the fucking-
in my heart.
Oh, Ren and Stimpy too. I fucking love Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, dude, happy, joy,
Fuck
happy,
yeah.
happy, joy, happy, joy. Oh man, I wasn't allowed to watch that for a little while.
Me neither, but I still watched it.
I got into I think once I remember the day I ended up watching it on TV and my mom came and like, you're watching that show. And I was like, yeah, but it's not as bad as this other show, like Beavis and Butthead. I think she didn't want me to
Yeah,
watch.
it's another one I wasn't allowed to watch, but I watched anyways.
But I like her final acquiescence was like, you know what? Fine, you're gonna watch it anyway when I'm not home. I was like, hey, I win.
Yeah, that was way
The little
before
joys,
TiVo.
the little joys of childhood, man.
Yeah. But what happened? No, yeah, because fucking the winter months, fucking Christmas, but for some reason, fucking it's always cold Christmas morning, but hotter than a motherfucker.
Maybe by the
noon.
afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this doesn't feel like fucking as an
It's
adult. I'm like,
Texas
this doesn't-
Christmas.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like fucking Christmas. I don't know. I don't know at what fucking point I stopped feeling fucking Christmas.
Right
I guess
around
it's an adult thing.
sophomore, senior year, when you start working and you want to provide presents for people and you feel you should have that capability. That's what it was for me. It was when I started working in earnest and making somewhat decent money, but I was spending all my money on weed and fucking stupidity rather than buying gifts for people. That's when my seasonal depression really started to kick in. Was especially after I got out of high school, because even when I was in high school, I was never a fan of summer and Christmas because I was the only boy in my family and I wasn't really good at making friends. So a lot of my activities when I wasn't in school was just me being by myself.
Right.
And then when you get older, you graduate, I was still having those experiences of this time by myself, but I wasn't being active like I was as a kid, getting all that energy out. So it just began to fester, that excess energy that you don't let out. I guess that's when the depression started kicking in for me a lot. So did you find a similar thing? Maybe it was after high school or maybe after the military in particular, once you got away from that camaraderie and whatnot?
No, sometime after the military, definitely. But I'm like, I should be able to feel Christmas now more than ever, because fucking I'm the guy that fucking buys the trees, and then I fucking I start buying gifts fucking, yeah, later this coming month, September. that's when I started fucking buying Christmas gifts and fucking. Actually, no, yeah, September, October, November. Yeah, early fucking November. Sometime after fucking Halloween, because I get fucking stoked for Halloween, like fucking Halloween and Christmas. Halloween is my Christmas, but Christmas is my other Christmas.
It's just when the time of year you like to spend all your money on useless crap to decorate.
Yeah, I do. I go all out fucking Christmas and Halloween. Because I fucking love those holidays.
I think I started getting more jaded towards all holidays, really. When you start realizing, like, I guess once all my siblings had moved out and I had moved out, I've always maintained a relationship in my mind with family where I felt like you have to show up for those things. Like, that's the point of, that we're a family. Like, we separate, but we all commune at these pivotal points of the year to show solidarity with each other, unification. Ooh, excuse me.
I will edit that out. Or you'll edit that out.
Yeah, somebody's got to do the actual work.
Yeah.
So yeah, the joy of the Christmas season died out for me a lot. Realizing that that's the only reason that we would get together. You know, like,
Yeah.
it made the rest of the year my mindset real jaded towards family. It's like, well, we only give a shit because it's the holidays. It's not the holidays now, so no one gives a shit again. And I go, okay, now it's back to the holiday season. Let's go into this false fucking family that we pretend that we are. And it's just being jaded towards, it's the mindset you go into it with. Like, because the reality isn't that you care any less for the people during the year. It's just we have our own fucking lives to lead. Like, I'm worried about trying to put money away for a house. My family's worried about buying, this, that, getting their lives situated for this, that, and the other thing for school or hospital bills, whatever they fucking got. That's the reality of people. But that's the problem with depression, is that it's not logical. It locks onto a piece of logic that we allow to grow into something more than it is, usually. If we just pulled back our focus and paid a little bit more attention to, the bigger picture and the other things around, you might find more things to be joyous about rather than that one thing that makes you so severely depressed for that period.
So would you say that the holidays give you a moral obligation to fucking be with your family?
For a lot of people, they do.
Yeah.
And for me, it's selfish, really. I just need that community. I need that sense that, well, at least somebody gives a shit.
Oh, that's why I got onto Instagram.
And podcasts. Our creative listeners out there.
Yeah. And what else? Twitter. But I don't know, like, the internet was designed to bring us closer, but it's fucking put us apart, like, isolated us more than it's brought us together.
But the reason we're having all this social justice warrior movements and whatnot is because the internet has allowed us to show that, hey man, we're all trying to be a lot nicer than we actually have been. So let's work on what's going to make us be nicer to each other. Of course, people are leaning a little too hard into it.
Yeah.
But it's still, it's the growing pains of the current growth.
Growing pains. I still remember that fucking show.
Mike Seaver,
Yeah.
Seaver, right?
That's some fucking guy.
The Seavers? There's something happened to the Alan
Oh,
Baldwin?
Thick.
Iverson?
Alan Thick.
I don't know. Oh, Thick! That's
Yeah,
right.
he's
the
the dad
Thick
of
parent,
fucking,
the Thick dad, yeah.
Robin
The
Thick?
Thick dad. Robin Thicke, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Robin Thicke made that one music video where it was all like titties and ass everywhere.
Yeah.
And it was like one of the songs that my son would love to sing, so we'd have to find the censored version, and every once in a while it would accidentally go to the uncensored version, and there'd be just tits and ass on my son's face. I was like, don't! Immediately.
Usually it'll say fucking explicit version or whatever.
Yeah, no. Luckily, maybe I clicked it on purpose and just blocked his view from the computer for 2 seconds until I switched to the other one.
Like every 2 seconds. Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like 2 seconds for
Don't
you
break
to
this
fucking,
down so much. Get CPS calling me.
fucking
Illicit material shown to your child. No.
Yeah.
Oh, just exaggerating, people, just enjoying the damn conversation. So, back to what makes us happy rather than depressed. I mean, it's easy for us to fall into depression, but...
I really don't know what makes me fucking happy as an adult. I'm like, what does? I don't know.
How's the podcast treating you?
Well...
Do you think it's been bringing you any kind of focus? Do you think it's bringing
charming,
you into happier
to say the
place?
least.
Yeah, is it a sense of pride for you?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I fucking... every now and then I tell myself, I fucking believe in this.
It's cool that we're doing it. I mean, it's just, it's good to not just talk about doing something, like a lot of people do. Like, they're like, oh man, it would be cool to do this, it would be cool to do that, like, it would be cool to make hats, it would be cool to make shirts, so, like, it doesn't matter what would be cool or what you know, the conversation itself can release endorphins into your brain, and that's enough for some people. But, it's not the same as getting your ass up and doing something.
Yeah.
And that's the important thing.
Make it happen.
So that's why I'm doing it every weekend. Like, I don't give a shit about the numbers. Like, it would be nice if they went up. I don't give a shit about spending money on hats and just throwing money at this and, you know, being in a deficit the whole time, because in the end, we're fucking doing something that other people don't have the gall to get up and do themselves. So if at the very least we can inspire some assholes, you know, in fucking Quebec, Canada, or somebody in California or Virginia or Tennessee or Iowa, all these different places that we're reaching.
Those were subtle shout outs to our
Some little
listeners
shout outs to you statesmen
states.
out there enjoying your days. You know, it's not about anything other than just enjoying ourselves, trying something for ourselves, and maybe, just maybe, inspiring some other people to do something for themselves.
Yeah, and it gives me a reason to see your gorgeous face.
I guess. You're so pretty.
Oh.
You're pretty. I want to touch the beard. Oh, I miss my bird. I trimmed it down too much. It went down a little too low.
So like, just shaved it.
Yeah, reset. Just get a reset. Get it back to its full luxurious thickness and.
So you do like having a beard?
I love my beard. Who the hell doesn't like having a beard?
No, because you put up the question on the fucking grams. Fucking, should I shave my beard?
I mean, I don't give a shit what the fuck people have to, but it's, you know, I'm trying to get people involved, let people feel like they have say.
So that's what the finger was, that you don't care what they think.
Like, hey, should I have a beard? Should I not have a beard? I really don't care! I'm gonna shave it and grow it out all the time anyway. I get it all the time. Hey man, what happened to your beard? It's like, I didn't want to look like you anymore. Because usually it's a guy with a beard. That's why you got rid of it.
You know, my fucking cousin and I, one of my many cousins, fucking, we look alike. And we're both fucking bearded. And the difference is, he's fucking, he shaves his head. I don't. I let my fucking hair grow
That's
out.
a hard look to go. A beard and shaved head.
Yeah.
I've gone buzz cut with a full beard before, and it's rough. I'm too skinny for that look. I look like a insurgent of some type.
Yeah. So my cousin and I fucking, if you put us fucking together, you're like, oh shit.
You definitely shouldn't be fucking your cousin.
Like,
Let's get one thing straight.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Definitely don't get together and fuck your cousin.
Like,
we talked about this like 3 episodes ago. I know some people do that in the southern states, but we should not be doing that.
Taking
either,
a few
sir.
fucking selfies.
Elevate yourself past the social standards we've had in the past for our states, man.
So, anyways,
nasty.
We've taken a few selfies together, is what I was fucking
Oh, I bet
saying.
you have records of this encounter. That's terrible. Oh, sorry, no sex.
Yeah,
not sexual.
My
Just a beard.
fucking cousin's common-law wife has all the fucking pictures, and she's like, fucking,
Alright, so you got pictures with your cousins, all with your one cousin all bearded up, eh?
Yeah.
That's the point.
Oh, like, we're not fucking brothers, but we do kind of look like fucking, like, if you didn't know any better, you'd be like, oh, look, they're fucking
DNA.
twins.
Yeah, DNA. I got
Yeah.
a cousin, you know, lives in Houston. We have very similar, I guess, mannerisms and poses and shit, I guess. Like, you just genetically have certain influences that occur. Doesn't matter, you know, how much blood there's shared between you, the genes still travel through.
Yeah, and then growing up, I didn't look like any of my cousins. Like, you put me next to any of my fucking cousins, there was no fucking resemblance.
Yeah, there's very little resemblance, I think, between me and my dad's side of the family. But, and more so, you know, between me and my mom's side of the family. but a lot of like the way I walk, like my posture is more like my dad's side of the family. There's certain things that you just pick up, and it could just be because I saw how my dad walked my whole life, or the way that he was, his vocal intonations growing up just influenced my vocal intonations, so we have that in common as well. But as far as looks go, like I sort of look like my dad, but I've gotten much more that I look like my mom's side of the family. How about you? Do you resemble
you look like you could be your father's son?
Yeah, it's funny how that works, right? Like, but it's not necessarily the physical attributes; it's more the mannerisms.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I share mannerisms with a lot of people from my family, but especially both my grandparents from my dad's side and from my mother's side.
Yeah, it's like skipped generation.
Yeah.
These influences that you've noticed in yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'd be more one of their fucking kids than my actual father's fucking son. But yeah, I also have a few traits from my father. Like, funny enough, it was the three of us, me, my brother, and my fucking father. We were fucking deciding fucking what to eat. Like, hey, fucking, should we go get fucking Whataburger? Should we go get fucking tacos? Should we fucking cook something? And I'm like, well, fucking, it's whatever. And my dad's like, oh, well, it's whatever. And my brother, being my fucking brother, he's like, as long as it's food, I don't give a fuck.
It's whatever.
And I'm like, God damn, those three of us are so like, we can't agree on anything.
Well, I'm starting to think that I'm not sure how much genes had to do with it and just general laziness in your day. Like, if one of you had come in from doing the yard work, you might have had more to say, But if there's also, well, as far as what your cravings are and shit, a lot of that. Now there's studies that show that it has a lot to do with your microbiome in your stomach, which actually, since we were talking about happiness and depression, there's some significant correlation between your stomach's microbiome, the little critters that live inside your belly. They can actually dictate a lot about how you feel.
Yeah.
Like if you're, like, say, they know that white bread and flours and starches, they cause a lot of inflammation. So if you're eating a heavy bread diet, you're getting all this inflammation in your bones, you're feeling uncomfortable, you're feeling draggy, it starts to get into your mind that, man, I feel like shit. You start to mentally feel like shit, and that could spiral you into a state of depression in itself if you're already prone to that. Now if you're eating a healthier, you're eating salad and fruit and a cleaner, healthier diet, no sugars to spike your insulin levels, and your gut microbiome can stay in this homeostasis, then you're much more likely to be able to process the things that generally cause you discomfort, whether it's a stomach ache or, your tripas are a little tight that day, your asshole's a little loose. All these things can be fixed by just eating correctly. Now they're finding out.
I saw that meme. Shout out to Doc Rod. He's my fucking one of my corpsmen.
Hey, Doc.
That fucking yeah, I saw that through his fucking feed. Was it the story? No, yeah, the story. And yeah, the guy's a fucking hard charger. Anyways,
what does that mean? Hard charger?
Hard charger. He's fucking.
He dives in head first.
Yeah, like a fucking go-getter.
Oh, yeah.
I guess, but he fucking doesn't quit. The guy.
Hard
He had to quit because he fucking tore his ACL or some shit in.
Damn, spill the tea on all his problems.
No, but he's good. He's back doing fucking MMA and fucking all this.
I was gonna say, who is this guy? You haven't explained anything that he does. You're just saying what a great guy he is. Like, we have nothing to base this off of other than your work.
Yeah. We should take my word. No.
Well, he's a great guy, but he's got a broken leg. Great story.
No, it's not broken anymore.
Well, he's an MMA fighter. Well, now it's getting interesting. Let's hear more about him.
He had what was it called? It was Devil Doc Fit. He had his own fucking CrossFit fucking gym or whatever down here in fucking Denver, I think it was. He's from fucking Browntown. So right, I think he's in.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know where he's at right now, but.
So how good of a friend is he? Do you know him real well?
Yeah, I haven't seen him since the time I passed by him in fucking Pan Am. Back when I was Pan Am, I was like, is that Doc Rod?
You ever talk to him about why the fuck he does MMA?
No, I'm sure he does it because...
Now I ask because I'm interested into, is there something that makes him happy about the fighting itself, or does he appreciate the training for the fighting? Like, I'm always curious as to what part of MMA do people have the most affinity and appreciation for.
He appreciates the art, and it's a hell of a workout too.
Do you know if he's a ground fighter or is he a striker?
I don't know. I haven't fucking
You
seen
don't know
his
what
fights.
he's trained primarily in?
No. No, I just know he's out there.
Okay, so you don't know shit about him. Moving on.
But
I'm sorry. I happen to be a fan of martial arts. I haven't been able to afford a gym membership anywhere, but I'd like to get into it eventually. I want to get into jiu-jitsu and whatnot because I want my son to learn. Speaking of things that, whatever, my son's autistic, and I expect him to start being fucked with at some point. He's going into first grade, so he's still mostly all right for now, but there's still little kids who give him shit, you know, especially the older ones during recess and lunchtime. So eventually I want to get him into that, not just to help him be capable of defending himself, but I want him to find a sense of confidence going around people that are talking shit. It's like a guy that walks around, never uses his weapon, but he's got a license to carry.
Yeah, wouldn't mind any weapon.
Yeah, it's a lot better to have that state of mind, that strength in yourself, that, you know, it's just a literal weapon in your arsenal to teach your kid, teach him how to fight. So it gives him a sense of confidence. Make him a little bit happier in his life to know that he's not at the mercy of anybody who's bigger that just doesn't like the way he, or his lack of communication skills.
Yeah, and bigger doesn't necessarily mean better.
Does not, no, especially in things like jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And, what's the other one? I don't remember. So, but yeah, so that's interesting, man. I don't think I've ever known any fighters personally. Not really. The one fighter I knew, he was a former Hare Krishna, I think. And he had like this long rat tail, but it was like because he'd shave his head but leave that ponytail in the back.
Yeah.
And very sweetheart of a guy, man. But apparently quite a fucking fighter. Of course, the one video I saw of him fighting, he lost, but. He was still pretty good. I mean, it's shit. Just to get in that cage takes testicular fortitude at a fucking level I don't have. I'm not a fighter, man. I'm a lover. I have a runner's build. I run away from the fights. I run for help if you get in a fight. I don't even piss people off enough to get in fights.
Well, I piss people off all the time. You know, but fucking... Trouble seems to always find me, so fucking...
You're a dumbass. You expect everybody to have your same mindset on things. You don't have a lot of bend towards people that you don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you're nice about it. It's not like you're aggressive with them.
Oh.
I can be an asshole. I'll steamroll you a little bit, but in the end, if I see that we're not agreeing, I'm not gonna keep forcing my opinion on you. Which I'm not saying you do. But during the midst of the conversation, you don't acquiesce at all. You're like, no, this is how I think. It's not like this is how I think, but I see your point. It's like, no, I don't even see your point. This is how I think. It's like, dude, you get your left wing, right wing, like we talked about in the last episode. You gotta fucking bend, man. You gotta be like water. You put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Be like water, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Bruce Lee.
Yeah, I was thinking, why is he doing a fucking British accent if it's Bruce Lee?
Fuck you! That was a good one! Fuck you! I thought I had that one down, man. I can't believe you did that to me. Fucking mad, dog. And don't be mad because you only have the one voice that's not meant for jazz radio.
You only have one accent.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Not about me, not you.
No.
Because I only have one accent. Yeah.
So next week we'll be putting in for a new co-host for this podcast. Please send your resumes to completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com. Reach us at Twitter at completelyinap, at Instagram at CI Podcast, and search us at Completely Inappropriate Podcast, all 3 words, wherever you fucking listen to podcasts. Just throwing that in because we always forget to do that at the beginning. But
yeah, but we naturally get back to it.
Yeah. So anyway, homie.
Yeah, happiness.
Happiness.
Are we still in happiness, or have we?
Well, let's see. I
somewhere.
might have had another question, but healthy diet. Work with purpose.
Purpose to get back home and.
Have you ever had any jobs that you really enjoyed, man? Like I've had a slew of jobs. I've fucking worked a lot of different places, and there's a couple that I've really found I really found joy in all my jobs. I've always found a reason to enjoy what I was doing.
Yeah, me too. Like, fucking call me the forever optimist, but
Are
every
you
job.
serious? Because this last job, I have not heard anything positive come out.
No, well, the positive is that I fucking do what I want whenever I want, but you know.
The negative is you don't get paid.
Yeah, the negative is I wasn't getting paid, and fucking they were on my ass over fucking, and I'm like, you're not even fucking paid me. The fuck do you care? But yeah, and then the one before that, well, I was fucking interacting with a lot of people, so fucking, and I guess that's one thing that brings me fucking happiness is fucking.
You like the socializing?
Yeah, and what else? Oh, and then the military, it had its ups and downs, but fucking.
Fingers in the asshole.
Yeah.
Up the asshole. You know.
Yeah, but what I enjoyed about it was.
Oh,
fucking,
you always having to go down. Other guys' assholes.
That was the Navy.
In the Navy.
I wasn't in the Navy.
There's no need to feel down.
The Marine Corps is the Department of the Navy, but it's the men's department.
The men's department?
Yes.
Oh, no female lingerie there.
But what happened? Yeah, not even in the Marine Corps. Fucking the joy was fucking the weekends. I have them all to myself, unless we were in the field, and fucking.
Wait, you have what all to yourself?
The weekends all to myself, unless we were out on the field, in the field, fucking training.
Well, yeah, then your weekend's kind of booked.
And what fucking sucked was that sometimes we'd go out to fucking be in a fucking range the whole weekend, just so that we can have it for the week.
What range? What do you mean?
Some range, any fucking range.
What range? Like a gun range? Like what's
a
range
like a gun
in
range.
This context?
Yeah, in this context was a fucking raid range. I don't know.
What's
just
a raid range? You gotta explain.
Where you
this.
fucking
You're just using terminology.
Like,
I don't get it. I know a lot of other people will get it, but I'm dense.
Okay, like a fucking patch of field where you fucking get to practice your drills of a combat scenario.
Oh.
There you go.
That is a great breakdown.
Yeah,
Thank
I have
you.
to dumb it down. So, yeah, sometimes we'd have to fucking stay on those ranges to fucking have them for the week.
Oh, so you'd actually sleep there, camp out, or no barracks or anything there?
No.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So how'd you set up? Did you take just a blanket? Did y'all take cots?
No, we'd take fucking sleeping bags and we'd sleep under the stars.
Right on. Yeah. That's cool. And where was this? Was this
Camp
in
Pendleton.
Cali?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, and I got to see fucking buffaloes, and I just saw somebody's IGTV. Shout out to Instagram. This buffalo herd. I guess they were fucking migrating. But yeah, one of them hit the fucking car and fucking cracked the glass, and I was like, fuck. And then I got curious. I'm like, can we hunt fucking buffalo? Fucking in Texas, and I looked it up, and yeah, it's been legal since 2005.
Yeah, because it was a conservation effort,
yeah.
And then they bounced back. Now we have to, because they don't have any real predators that take them out, other than like mountain lions or coyotes, but it's rare because they're so much larger. So now we have to. It's like elephants in other places. Like there's not enough natural predation on them, so you have to have hunting seasons to call the numbers. Otherwise, they overpopulate and they take up whole fucking reservation, or they fucking kill plots of land so large that they end up wiping out populations of other animals that would have been in that land. It's fucking cool, man. I love hunting regulations. Another reason that government is necessary.
Right.
Because without hunter regulations, there would be no animal conservation.
Well, you still got poachers.
Right, but the way that we fight poachers nowadays comes from the taxes from hunting regulations. Like 90% of the money that goes towards preventing wildlife, what was it called? Poaching, and that goes towards wildlife conservation, is directly derived from the taxes on hunting and gun legislation.
Okay, and that's one
Cool
thing
shit.
some people don't seem to fucking grasp is that through fucking the way of conservation is you have all these endangered animals, you keep them in one fucking reservation, and you know when the population is up enough, then they allow certain fucking
Numbers.
certain fucking hunting licenses, a limited amount of people to go hunt.
Yeah,
them.
there are certain places where they only give out like 20 fucking tags for bull elks in this certain area, and the tickets go for like fucking thousands of dollars each, and then of course only 20 people get selected out of these hundreds of people in the country that go, and all of that fucking extra money is not going towards our government, it's going towards these other fucking places or those locations
to
where they're
maintain
hunting.
the fucking
To maintain,
reservation.
because believe it or not, all those people that you guys don't like hunting and killing defenseless animals, they're the ones whose money is going towards protecting those defenseless animals so that they don't become over fucking hunted. Like if there wasn't hunting, there'd be no money going towards that, and you'd have nothing but illegitimate poachers going and hunting and killing
and
over.
those species would have died.
And there'd be no money going towards these organizations that actually go and keep track of the numbers of the populations of animals. So we'd have no idea where we were at.
Of course, you can always donate, but who's gonna
like sharks?
donate?
People are getting mad
$1,000
because of shark hunting or shark fishing. Oh, the neighbor's moving chairs.
Oh, okay.
So, I get scared. It's only
No, I was like, is that the cat?
No, she's not that heavy.
Um,
Good loser though.
what happened? Yeah, sharks.
Shark bait. Ooh ha ha. Yeah. People are getting mad about shark fishing because there have been these videos of people fishing, I think in the Philippines or other places where they're just cutting off the fins, the top fins of live sharks and throwing those sharks back into the water. So there's a problem with poachers. But now people are getting mad when anybody, even if they have a fishing license and a tag to catch that hammerhead shark or that swordfish or whatever it is, just because it's a larger animal, people are like, oh my god, it's too beautiful and too large, we can't fucking kill them. Because like, motherfucker, there's 100 of these in this area, and you know that same shark that just attacked that fucking guy on a surfboard the other fucking day? Like, yeah, you don't want aggressive sharks like that coming up to the shore. That happens when they're overpopulated and there's not enough fish for them to eat in the oceans, which also, by the way, fishing regulations, those tags, those licenses, all that money goes towards fishing, fish, keeping the population of fish up in these areas. The reason that we're having less and less fish available for people is because of the poachers, again, which without the money of these legitimate hunters and fishermen, we're never going to have the resources to stop it.
Yeah.
How do we get on that?
Through hunting, because I saw a video of buffaloes.
Buffalo!
And then what happened before that? Something about, I don't know. Have you ever had fucking buffalo?
I haven't.
There's the place.
I'm a huge fan of game meat, but I just don't have a lot of opportunity to eat it.
The place in front of Fuddruckers, you can get fucking your burger with fucking buffalo meat.
Really? I hear it's not fantastic, but
well, it's
a good hearty alternative.
It's better for you than fucking
good
beef.
Strong red meat.
Like it's leaner and it's got more protein.
It's not as fatty. So it's definitely a different flavor that people, if you're not used to it, you're like, this isn't as good, but it's healthier. People don't like healthier until they're used to healthier. But that kind of meat will fucking get you feeling strong, dude. The grams of protein per ounce is much higher than in a cattle.
Yeah, and you gotta keep in mind that there's a reason why the native people hunted these fucking animals and used the entire fucking animal. They left nothing for fucking waste.
Yeah, did you know that they think that the reason that we even had, like in the old movies where you saw thousands of buffaloes running across the plain, and it was basically overpopulation of buffaloes for a while before we started hunting them from trains and destroying the population. The reason that happened is because the Native Americans were the ones that were culling those fucking buffalo until they think, this is just a theory, I don't know the veracity of it, but that when we came and started killing the Native Americans, we weren't killing enough buffalo. So the buffalo started overpopulating then, and then when the buffalo started encroaching on our fields and stuff that we were trying to put up, that's when we started fucking hunting them from trains and shit. Just shooting them and letting them to rot out there.
Makes sense.
Yeah, isn't that weird? It's just fucking crazy the way that humanity interacts with nature and the way that nature responds in kind. It's not, you know, it's tit for tat. Like, the nature isn't as helpless as people think that it is. Like, I understand that we have a large representation in this world, and we end up, you know, severely affecting populations of animals, but there's always going to be another animal that benefits from that. There's always going to be another system that benefits from the new system that arrives. Like, the world isn't going to stop or start anything due to us. Like, we're just a continuation of the world here.
Yeah, like that movie Ghost in the Darkness. One of my cousins fucking love that movie. I don't know why. But it's based on a fucking historical event that down in Africa, I forgot where in Africa, but there was the building of a railroad, and people would die fucking during fucking labor for some reason, I don't know. And they'd get the fucking dead bodies and they'd just dump them by the river. They wouldn't bury them, they'd just dump them.
Poisoning the river.
And then, no, the lions would come in and they would eat the dead fucking people.
Oh, and then they get the taste for...
And they got the taste for fucking people, and they started hunting the workers. So then they had to bring in Val Kilmer to kill the fucking lions.
This little... Yes, my lion is British. Fuck you. Alright. We're going to do the lion like it is from Africa then.
Okay.
Not that this is an African accent. This is just a random accent I'm doing in relation to Africa, alright? This is my white African accent. Because that one's okay to do, just don't do the black accent.
Well, South Africans have British accents.
Well, fuck you on good boy. And then it goes to Indian for some. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Alright, hey man. So, let's not play with those anymore. So we're at 47 minutes. Do you want to do a wrap up? What we got going on?
We can. You got anything else on the list? What happened to your story time?
We haven't had any write-ins. There hasn't been anybody, and I was going to write some down on my own personal experiences, but I just feel like people would see through them.
Yeah.
As it is, people were asking me if some of those last stories were mine. I was like, one of them might have been based off of a story, but in the end, like, I changed it up so much it was basically false.
Yeah.
But y'all don't know which one.
Mm-hmm.
It was the girl in the bathroom one with the glory hole fingers.
The glory hole fingers.
I was the girl in the bathroom.
Oh.
Or was I the fingers? You'll never know. Oh, good God. Good times, homie. Good times. So, we're going to hang out for a little bit.
Yeah.
We're just going to chill, maybe figure out what we're going to do for lunch in another half hour here. And then head out there.
Head out to the Mercedes. It's not the livestock showgrounds, it's the fucking festival of things.
Yeah, the Mercedes Street Festival is down Main Street, down Texas. You get off the expressway and instead of going to the stock showgrounds, you go the opposite way on Texas, and you'll see the fucking blocked off road. Go around it to find parking. But it's a cool little spot, man. It's not a bad way to spend your afternoon if you got nothing to do today. This is more for our Instagram followers that are watching live or gonna see this later. People on video. People on the podcast, don't give a shit about this, so I'll cut it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yep.
So come see us out there. Give us a call or give us an email, drop a line, let us know your completely inappropriate questions that we can get to, inappropriate subjects, anything. Tell us. Talk to us. Let us know what you like, what you don't like about this shit. Let us know beard or no beard. Hair or no hair. Dick pic, no dick pic. Do you want one? We won't send it if you don't ask.
Yeah.
At least I won't send it if you don't ask. Alright guys, we've been the Completely Inappropriate Podcast. I'm Tony, and this is...
Frank.
He loves his mama. He came from his mama. He loves pie. He came from... pie?
He comes from his mama, and he likes pie.
Take it easy, everybody.